All right, Disney reportedly has come out with an article well, not Disney, but we've got some news that Disney wants to talk about the new Star Wars games that are coming out. Apparently, we're going to have 2 Star Wars games per year, which is what the requirement, what they want to have. We have a big article here. James, you want to take us into this first point? And then we'll get into thoughts.
This comes from GameSpot. Disney is betting big on Star Wars games. The publisher is reportedly planning to put out 2 new Star Wars games every year, consisting of 1 big AAA game and 1 smaller game every fiscal year. That includes several games that have already been announced as a part of its upcoming slate. Insider Gaming reports that Lucasfilm is on board for the plan, as well as reflected in several of its upcoming projects. Those include Jedi Survivor from Respawn. Sorry, let me say that in a more clear way. Jedi Survivor from Respawn, Star Wars Eclipse from Quantic Dream, the competitive shooter Star Wars Hunters, and Untitled games from Skydance Media, Respawn, and Ubisoft. The game from Skydance was long rumored as Amy Hennig's next project.
But it's not. It's the Captain America
Black Panther World War II game. Yeah,
that's Amy Hennig's next project. So we don't know what the game from Skydance is, correct? Or is that her studio that's working on?
That's her studio. It was just a rumor that it was a Star Wars game, unfortunately.
Cool.
When I was going to get into thoughts before we continue on. I was going to say, when I heard about this article, the thing that excited me the most is, with I guess Jedi Fallen Order is a big one, and then the smaller games that are coming out. I think this is a good plan. This is a good idea to keep it consistent, keep it going. But depending on if it's actually every year, I don't know if they're going to actually keep up with that. While it is exciting, I think that delays will inevitably happen. That's
I think my fear is that they do keep up with this, and by that I mean
quality goes
thinking
down.
about these and not just the quality, but like the studios. And
the people working on them.
The studios and the people working on them having to be under the Disney grind, like we talk about all the VFX producers and things like that are working on Disney Marvel shows.
Yeah.
I'm really worried that they're going to get churned into the big machine of Disney in a way that they have.
My only kind of point to that is that every single game that we have so far on the slate right now, there are 7 Star Wars games that are slated without release. I mean, there's a lot of these without release dates. Some of them with. They're all different studios. Like all different studios. Right. It's not like a double up studio where it's like you must do one in 2023 and you must have the next one out 2025, like that kind of thing. I'm sure they spread that out too. And the AAA versus like a smaller, they said 1 AAA game and 1 smaller game every fiscal year. Smaller game could mean anything. That could also be another AAA game.
Mobile game.
Yeah, I have no idea. So I mean, that kind of brings me into the games that we have in development right now are Star Wars Hunters, which is the arena kind of game, that the third-person game that's coming to Switch first and then everything else or something like that. It has a weird rollout.
To be honest,
it has some like original characters in it, which is they look pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. And then we have the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which is now being made by
I don't remember. Oof.
Oh my god. Embarrassing. Okay, well, I'll come back to that. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, of course, that's early next year. That's like that's what they said, spring next year.
Q1. No.
We have an Untitled Star Wars FPS from Respawn, which I'm so excited for because Respawn absolutely rips.
We can get a Battlefield type.
Exactly, something like that. Untitled Star Wars strategy game from Bit Reactor, which is the XCOM devs. And we have an Untitled Star Wars game from Ubisoft Massive Entertainment, and this is supposed to be the giant, like, open world, like, create a character, like, probably the biggest scale of all the games on this one. But it's a Ubisoft game, so that's, the issue there is open world Ubisoft games don't really have a great track record the last 10 years, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
And then Star Wars Eclipse, which... Now that is a studio that underwent huge crunch, sexual assault allegations on people, like huge mess ups. Thankfully,
and that was like going on during the same time this game was released, which felt real bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the reports were coming out that the game that they were
out, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, the game that was prior, which was what game did the studio work on prior before Eclipse?
Is this Quantum Dream?
Detroit.
Yeah,
Detroit. Yeah. Detroit Become Human was their last one.
Now, the last I heard of that, it sounds like they swept house on like a lot of that, but there was...
I hope so.
we also read another report that there were still problems and that the game might be pushed even further. So like this game, the last time we heard about it was like a 2026 date on it or something like that.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Just keep your
So I don't know.
The Disney overlords.
Yeah. And
keep
then
your eyes out for Jedi Survivor, and that's about it. No.
we also have rumors on a Mandalorian game. More rumors came out, and this is not the Unreal Engine 5 thing that somebody made and put online that was like, check this out, this game's coming, I leaked this footage. Like, no, that's not real. But there were some more leaks from prominent leakers, such as Tom Henderson hinting at it.
It's exciting, and again, like James said, more could be worrisome. Like depending on the time. Again, just make it more time. It doesn't have to be every year, but I mean, Star Wars is amazing, and we've gotten some of our childhood favorites, right? Like Battlefield and stuff like that. So the latest Jedi with Cal Kestis was one of the greatest. So sequel's gonna be fun, and I hope whatever they bring
did Titanfall, not Battlefield.
Yeah. Hopefully, okay, thanks. Hopefully we do get a Battlefield,
and Apex,
Battlefront. Sorry, Battlefield, a Battlefront type vibe.
Yeah, and Apex,
but
of course.
We'll see, because EA's contract, I don't know if it's going further than Jedi Survivor.
And what did DICE not? Was it EA as a whole, or just DICE that does not have the contract with?
Well, it's not DICE. Disney. So it says Disney acquired Star Wars in 2012 for more than $4 billion, but it gave an exclusive contract to EA to make Star Wars games. But the publisher's game output was relatively low, which was it was Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2, and Fallen Order.
Yeah.
So that contract recently expired, but EA still says it's committed to putting out Star Wars games going forward. So we will see. That'll be interesting.
Well, yeah, what happens with that legally.
Yeah.
I am most excited for the Knights of the Old Republic remake and Jedi Survivor, of course, even though Republic has had some shakeups with studios.
Yep.
Yeah. If I were to give my most anticipated titles, definitely KOTOR Remake is up there, seeing what they do with that. Jedi Survivor, and also I'd say Star Wars first-person shooter, because I'm hoping that's a really good narrative-driven single-player first-person shooter experience, because that's what Respawn does best.
Yeah.
My only anticipated, I'll say this last one, is the Ubisoft one, even though I hate to say it. If it's open world and big and Star Wars, I'm going to eat it up.
Dude, it could be awesome. I would love to fly a ship to planets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yep. Well, awesome. There you have it, ladies and gents. If you want to check out the full podcast, that'll be on all the audio platforms linked down below. We can also check out the video podcast here on YouTube if you become a member as well. And that's everything, right?
Yep, that's it. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.